All right, guys, today we're going all the way up to Bend, Oregon, and we're going to dip into Oregon Spirit straight bourbon whiskey. Let's see how it is. Pause for cork pop. Oh, not bad. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Oregon Spirit Distillers, they are out of Bend, Oregon, like I said, and they're doing some really cool things. This is a 4-grain bourbon aged 4 years. So 4-grain, 4-year. Let's get into it and see if it's any good. Now, I will tell you full disclosure that this was a sample sent to me by the distiller. So just understand that, but I'm going to give it a fair review like I do everything. So just released a podcast with Oregon Spirit, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time, talked through a couple of things. It was just a lot of fun. Please go check that out if you're into that sort of stuff. All right, so if you know anything about a 4-grain mash bill, it doesn't have as much rye spice, but it also has wheat in it as well. So it's going to have a pretty good ride on it, I feel. So let's get into the nose. Wow, that's like candied apple. Maybe green, like Granny Smith apple. Wow. And then it has a little bit of like a milk chocolate note. Not so much dark chocolate, but milk chocolate. Wow, that's really nice. And I totally forgot to tell you guys how I do my rating. I rate on nose, taste, finish, and would I buy again, or in this case, would I buy it? They have fairly good distribution. They're in some Total Wines and stuff like that, so you might be able to find them. So let's get in on the taste. It's coming in at 47% alcohol. Okay, so that apple note comes through. It's almost like a caramel apple at this point. It's the ride on it is pretty short, not super short, but shorter. And then it kind of just leaves you with this lingering oak tannin and a little bit of like inherent sweetness. Not so much vanilla. There's vanilla in the ride, but there's not so much vanilla on the back, and it's just like a barrel candy, maybe you could say. So it's really nice. All right, so let's rate it, and we'll go from there. Let's rate the nose. There's some really, like, the grain bill on this is really cool. It has 66% corn, which is, you know, fair, not high corn, but you know, it's fairly, but it doesn't have that corn. It's not like dusty corn, right? There's a lot going on in the glass, which is really cool. And there's a note there that I'm trying to pick out. I can't quite get it. Give me a second. Okay. It's like, I say it's like, because it's not, obviously. It's like if you were to take the wheat, I think it's the wheat that's coming through. If you were to take like cereal, just like any sort of cereal, you know, not raisin bran because it has raisins in it, but like cornflakes, for instance, right? You take that, put a little sugar on it, and maybe even a little bit of, I don't know if it's honey. It might be like molasses, but like not as dark of molasses as you would think. Like a lighter, like an amber molasses, if they make that. Because it has like that chocolatey note is coming through, but it's like molassesy chocolate, but not super dark and dank. You know what I mean? So on the nose, I'm going to give that an 8.5. Yeah. All right, let's go on the taste. Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's a typical bourbon. It really has some really nice flavors there. Like I say, it is shorter in its ride. I'm not getting into the finish yet, but it's shorter in its ride. So like you have to be kind of quick with it. Does that make sense? You kind of have to be quick and to get the notes on it. But it is like a caramel apple, with a little bit of tannin, but like the rye spice isn't really even there. You can taste a little bit of it, but it's not. It is grain forward. There are some grainy notes to it. Some would say crafty, but it's not. It's more grain forward. It's showcasing the grain a little more. I think the proof point is perfect. I'd like to see this at like a cask strength where it has a little bit more of that oil in it. But at this, I'm going to give it 8.25. Yeah. All right. So on finish, I got to have another little sip. Okay. The finish doesn't linger, doesn't fall off. It's just tannic and inherent sweetness, which is good. I'm trying to think if there's something else there. Not really. There's not really a whole lot else there. So for the finish, I'm actually going to give it a 8. Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. So would I buy again? I think I would. I would like to try a different offering that they have. I actually have their rye whiskey as well. I would like to try like a different offering, maybe a cask strength or a single barrel pick, maybe a one-off or something like that. I'd love to try that. I know they do a bottled and bond as well. Something with a little higher proof, which I know 47 to 50, that's not that much proof point, but maybe a single barrel where it's like unique or something like that. To me, I feel like this would get lost on my shelf. It would get lost kind of in the whiskey realm. Nothing really stands out about it. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. But I would buy this, but not this particular one, if that makes sense. So on that note, I'm going to give it 7.5. Yeah. It's a good bottle. It's great. So total, they can't all be dynamite, right? They can't all be knocked out of the park. Now, it's a great whiskey. I'm going to actually tonight have this or maybe the rye in an old-fashioned. We'll see how it stands up there. I feel like it would play really nicely in an old-fashioned. So I hope you like this type of content. I hope that you enjoy these quick reviews that I'm trying to knock out. So if that's something you're into, think about following, like, subscribe, do all the algorithmy things to help this channel grow. And also, if you guys want before the scenes exclusive, I'll send you samples of stuff, all the things. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/thewhiskeyshaman, and go over there and, we're just hanging out. We're having a good time. So y'all be good. Drink water. And until next time, keep your spirits up. If you've been following me for a minute, you know that I love to try craft and different whiskeys. So this is both of those things. Now different, it's a bourbon, right? It's a 4-grain, possibly 5, no, it's 4-grain bourbon. And the cool thing about this one is it's all farm to table from what they're doing. So let's pop it open. There we go. Pour a little dram of this, and we're going to just talk about this and maybe do a small review on it. So I just had Oregon Spirit on my podcast, so please go check that out. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, I suck. I suck so bad. Suck so. All right, guys. Today we're headed all the way to Bend, Oregon, and we are going to dip into Oregon Spirit's Distillers. Oregon Spirit got